the graph. If you haven't been on a webinar with me, I don't know if I run them a little bit differently than everyone else. If you have a question at any time, you can drop it in the chat or just unmute yourself and interrupt me, and I will stop and answer your question. Any questions that I don't get to in the chat during the presentation, I will go over at the end of the call. And a couple of things, guys. Please ask questions, because if you're hesitating to ask your question, I guarantee there's probably 10 other people on this call that had the same question and are also hesitating on asking it. So you help everyone on the call by asking whatever questions you guys have. If I explain something and you just don't understand it, it's probably because I didn't do a great job explaining it. So please let me know, and we will provide more clarity for everyone as well. All right, let's jump right into this. Can everyone see this okay? Yes?
Cool. Yes, you can, sir.
Let me go full screen here. Okay, so the goal of today is to really share with you guys what we do for our holiday sale. It makes November probably one of our highest revenue generating months of the year. When we launch or when we're in summer camp sales, another really healthy month as far as revenue goes. But we also want to make sure that this is a success for you in terms of profit. Okay, one of the things that I've seen a lot over the years in our industry is really high revenue numbers, and then school owners not knowing what their profit is on the revenue for their sale, or sometimes they're discounting things so much that in the long-term scheme of things, they're not actually generating any profit because they're over discounting what they're trying to sell. And we want to make sure that we're not digging ourselves in a hole to solve a short-term solution by getting revenue at extreme discounts for a holiday sale. We're going to do it the smart way and the right way. So let's jump into first, just covering what we're going to be talking about in today's call. So first, when to strategically schedule your sale is what we're going to talk about. There is a strategy behind it of when you have your sale, what to sell at your sale in order to maximize profitability, how to hype it up, aka how to market it. Our goal every year when we do this is we want to line out the door before we even open up the doors for people to come in. Okay, and we're going to teach you guys how we do that, and how we sort of make this like an event that everyone wants to come to, whether they plan on buying something or not. We still want to get them there because then we have an opportunity to convince them to buy something. All right, and then the last part is the logistics on the day of. So how to successfully set this up so it's not just a madhouse. We've been doing holiday sales since my parents owned a martial arts school when I was in Chicago, and pretty much from the age of 12 to now, I've done a holiday sale every single year of my life. So I've seen the chaotic holiday sales, and then over the years, we've just been able to really make it precise and easy and make it a fun event for our staff. And when we first started to run holiday sales, it was like the most stressful event for our staff. Like no one wanted to do it, no one wanted to work it, just because it wasn't set up properly. So we've had lots and lots of years to really fine tune all of the processes, and we'll go over that today so you guys can see exactly how we do things. So let's start with scheduling our sales. So a couple things that I recommend. I recommend having your holiday sale before Black Friday. Okay, why? Because people are spending a good amount of their Christmas budget on Black Friday and the following week. So we want to have the sale before everyone goes through their Christmas budget, right? So that way they have plenty of money to spend with you. I often get asked, well, what about on Black Friday? I don't know about you guys, but I see less and less people leaving their house on Black Friday and doing most of their shopping on Amazon or online for Black Friday deals. Would everyone agree with that? So Black Friday, it's the day after Thanksgiving. Everyone just filled their stomachs on Thanksgiving. Most people may have off work Black Friday and they just don't want to leave the house. So I'm not a big fan of having it on Black Friday. I think if you do a Black Friday online sale, I think that's smart. One of the things that we're doing this year is we're doing an in-person sale with our best deals at our holiday sale. And then we have an online sale that'll hit on Black Friday. That's not quite as good of deals, but you can still get really good deals compared to normal. Okay, 3 to 4 week lead time on ordering your items to avoid rush shipping. Right, I've made the mistake in the past where I waited too long to start getting everything ready for the sale. And then also when you have to start paying rush shipping on things, it eats into all of your profit margin, right? So if you are doing it in early November, ours is November 14th, and that's the right date, that's a Saturday. It gives us plenty of time to be ordering stuff even right now and being able to get it by end of October and not have to pay any rush shipping charges or rush production charges or anything like that. So make sure you're giving yourself enough time to do the ordering. Do not wait to the last minute. This is an event you cannot afford to wait to the last minute with. In my experience, I've seen Saturdays and Sundays tend to work best. I really think it's sort of dependent on your area. If your town is a very church-heavy town, I would try and avoid having it during church hours on Sunday. Okay, so maybe do Saturday instead. But it's going to be sort of based on your community. If you're unsure of what to do, ask your parents. Start pulling the parents in your school and asking them, hey, if we do a massive holiday event for all the kids and for you guys, would it work better for everyone if we do it on a Saturday or Sunday? We just sent out a survey recently to pull for class times to see what times everyone prefers. But in there, we also said, hey, when we run events, what days would make it most accessible for you to attend the events? So just send a survey if you're in doubt of when to do it. Okay, and then for us, we do it 3 hours in length. I've done 4-hour sales before. My parents did 5-hour sales once in a while. And what I tend to find is anything over 3 hours creates at least an hour or two of everyone just sort of sitting around waiting for people to show up. Okay, and then you're paying your staff for a time that, like an hour when 2 people show up when you don't need your whole staff there. So 3 hours is what we found sort of works, and it gets rid of it so there's not really a lull in the action of people continuously coming in. We do get a majority of the purchases happening in that first hour though. And one of the reasons that we'll talk about is we do limited quantity on a lot of things. So if they're not one of the first people to get it, there's a chance that they won't get it at all. Okay, so which again creates urgency for your sale, which we're going to be talking about a lot today. Okay, let's talk about what to sell. So we're going to split this up into 2 categories. We're going to talk about services. We're going to talk about products, okay? Now, on the services side, before we even get into this, there's something very important that you have to understand as far as your KPIs go for your martial arts school, and that is what currently are my profit margins, okay? So the way you figure that out, take your revenue, take your expenses. Just divide expenses by revenue, okay? And whatever is left, whatever that number comes up as, that is your profit margin. I would do it over a 90-day time to get more accuracy, or over a 12-month time to get the best accuracy. If you have an accountant or bookkeeper that's doing a P&L, you should just be able to look at that and figure it out. The reason it's important to know that is if my profit margins on our services or on our memberships are 15%, why would I discount anything more than 15%? Because essentially I'm losing money then, right? And this is where I see a lot of people make mistakes in their holiday sale is they'll price out a membership and they're going to give a 25% discount or a 30% discount. I've even seen people do 50% discounts on classes at their holiday sale. And it's like, you are just cutting out every ounce of profit. And now all of a sudden you're creating liabilities in your business as a result. So we want to make sure we're very aware of what those profit margins are before we start pricing things out for our services. So when I show you our services, okay, and what we're doing for offerings, know that that's based on our profit margins. So it may be slightly different for you, okay? So jumping into this, first part is if you are doing summer camp, and this method is from Donovan Ryder, who's one of our mastermind coaches. So this is not something that I came out with. He's got 9 locations and he's crushing it with summer camp and after school at all of them. And this is his pre-sale model that he does. He does this on Black Friday. We do it at our holiday sale. So if you are a school with, I'd say, under 200 members, I would say you're going to make 50 weeks available. If you're a school with over 200 members, you can do 75 or 100 weeks, okay? But basically what we do is at the holiday sale, they can start registering and get an early bird special for summer camp. We have 50 total weeks available to sell at $200 per week, okay? And then what happens is the first of each month, okay, if they haven't signed up yet, the cost goes up. So let's say we're doing our holiday sale in November, and they want to wait to December 1st to sign up. It's probably gonna be $225 per week then. Okay, and if they wait another month, it'll be $250 per week, or whatever that escalation looks like. And you want to make sure that you are advertising that in your pre-sale offer that shows like, hey, this date it'll be this price, this date it'll be this price, and they see that it's gonna, the longer they wait, it just gets more expensive. It will force them to take action and actually purchase at your holiday sale. So $200 per week is the cost. Okay, so let's say you have someone come in and they buy 8 weeks of summer camp. That means I only have 42 weeks left available to sell at my holiday sale. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, so, and you can, if you want to take this another step further, which I think is a great idea, I think you should have a printed poster board, and we're doing this at our holiday sale, printed poster board that has 50 little boxes on it. And at the top, it says move summer camp. Someone comes in, they buy 8 weeks. You go and you cross off 8 of those boxes. So everyone that's coming in now is seeing that there's less and less weeks available for summer camp. All right. And again, it's creating urgency at the sale. Then what we do is we don't collect the whole $200, but we do collect a $50 deposit per week. Excuse the spelling error there. So if they're buying 8 weeks, it's 8 times 50 is what they're paying at the holiday sale. We are very transparent that there are no refunds or transfers when they are purchasing it at this price. Okay, because they're taking up a spot and they're getting a supremely discounted rate for doing it. And just so you guys know, $200 per week for us is still super profitable on summer camp, even discounted. And then they just need to let us know what weeks they want by April. So let's say, like in Arizona, we have 8 weeks total available because we have a 2-month summer. So in those 8 weeks, let's say someone just wants to buy 4 weeks. Okay, they pay the $200 deposit at the sale, and then by April 1st, they just need to let us know which 4 weeks that they want, so that way we can plan staffing accordingly before summer camp starts. This is a really easy way to generate a lot of revenue at your camp and also, sorry, at your sale, and really get a head start also for filling up your summer camp. Because let's say you have 30 spots per week available for your summer camp, arbitrary number thrown out there. Now you start to fill out a lot of that during your pre-sale at your holiday sale. And now when you're advertising, it's you can start advertising, hey, we only have 15 of 30 spots available. So you gotta take action. It just helps you create urgency and future marketing for it as well. Okay, private lesson bundles. We do buy 3, get 1 free. We used to do like 50% off, and I didn't like it because the way that we structure private lessons for our instructors is we do a 50-50 split with them. So the school gets 50% and then they get 50%. I want to try and make sure that they're still taking home as much money as possible. So we do buy 3, get 1 free for private lesson bundles. And basically all we do is we give them a little card, like a little punch card that has 4 spots on it. And then every time they come to their private lesson, they have to bring that in and we just punch a hole in it. Okay, you can also just do it digitally as well. In the past, we've also just marked it in Spark and then added notes every time they use a private lesson. Both work. Okay, if you do parent side outs at your school, we have a monthly. So we do buy 6, get 2 free. Here's the cool thing that we figured out with this a few years back. Is on average, the people that buy these passes come to 4 a year. So they're paying for 6 and they're only using 4. So the 2 free doesn't usually end up getting used most of the time. Now, will you have that kid that comes to every single month? Absolutely. You'll have a few of those kids. But the majority of people that buy this, they only come to about 4 a year. So I would also recommend on all of these, just like we're doing with summer camp, how it's 50 weeks available, private lesson bundles, 5 available. Parents out passes, 10 available. You put a limited quantity on each of these services to create urgency. All right. And just like you have those check boxes on poster board for your summer camp, I would also recommend having a private lesson one. You can have one with all the other ones on it. So private lessons, parent side out passes, seminars. If you guys do a lot of seminars at your school, we also do monthly seminars. So for seminars, we do buy 3, get 2 free. That keeps it profitable. Seminars are super profitable for us because I usually teach them. That way I don't really have to pay staff. I can handle 50 people on the mat at once by myself. And it's pretty much free money for us. So we do buy 3, get 2 free. Birthday parties. If you guys are big on birthday parties, we do 40% off. Couple things. For us, birthday parties are a good source of leads and trials, okay? So I don't care if we lose money on the actual party itself. And what I mean by that is us paying for the cake, pizza, decorations, and staffing. If I lose money on that, I'm okay because I know I'm going to get it back long-term with the enrollments we get from the birthday party. Now, if you're like, Adam, I've run birthday parties, we never get enrollments from it. I would push you to go talk to Chris Casamassa. His is a really good process. One of the things I also recommend is don't try and sell trials at your party. Create a way for them to win a free 2 weeks or a free week of classes. Okay, when you create a way for them to actually win it, okay, it's easier to get people to book appointments afterwards. And I know that's a core staple in Chris Casamassa's birthday party system. Also, at birthday parties, again, put a limited quantity on there as well. Okay, tuition prepay. This is like pay in full. Do not piff your pants. Do not oversell pay in fulls that it kills your billing. We sell 2 per holiday sale. That's it. That's all we allow available. We do not give a discount. They prepay for a year and they get 2 months free. All right, we're not discounting. I like that much better because number one, they're committed for 12 months when they pay for it, right? And then we're only giving 2 months of free service. We're not giving a discount. I highly encourage all of you to put a hard limit and make it small on tuition prepays. The one thing you don't want it to do is affect future billing. Okay, think about it this way: if we're only doing 2 prepays, let's say we charge like $229 a month at our school. So that means all I'm losing in billing is $450 a month. Okay, which I can make up pretty easily in the time span of 1 month, right? Where I see people stress themselves out a year from now is they sell 10 of these things or 15 of these things at their holiday sale, and now all of a sudden your billing is feeling it for a long time. Or we see people do like a 30% discount on a pay in full when their profit margins are 15%. Well, you just like discounted all of your profit out of the equation. And now you're going to be hurting on when the monthly billing comes. For me, I'm big on recurring revenue. Okay, I'd rather have recurring revenue all day. We don't even offer pay in fulls when we do our normal enrollment pitches. Okay, it's not even an option. People ask, yes, you can pay in full. There's no discount for it though. We don't give them anything extra because I want to build up the monthly recurring revenue because it gives me predictable revenue. Also, at the same time, okay, it makes it so I'm on less of a revenue roller coaster, right? I know how much revenue is coming in. I know I'm always going to have my bills covered. I know payroll covered. I can predict profit a lot easier down the line. Eric, I see your hand raised. You have a question?
Yeah, just clarify on that on the 12-month prepaid. Are you doing 12 months and that includes 2 months, or are you adding 2 months on the back end of it?
Good question. So they pay for 12 months and then we give them 2 months on the back end of it.
Hey, great.
Yep. And pretty much what I see, guys, is the 2 people that we get to prepay are typically the same 2 people that come back and prepay at the next holiday sale. And when that happens, the nice thing is it's not really affecting your monthly billing at that time because they already prepaid last year and then they're doing it again. And I know you might be thinking, well, aren't they in 14 months? Yeah, we just post date. So when that prepay starts. So let's say they got 14 months from last year, which means they still have 2 months left on their membership technically this year. And they're like, I want to do it again. Cool. So they'll still pay 12 months, but that next 14-month cycle, since they're getting 2 months free, will start 2 months from now since they already did it. Hopefully that makes sense. I know that's sort of confusing. All right, continuing on. Family add-ons. This is the only time you'll ever tell me, have me tell you to do any type of discount on tuition. So for family add-on, we only offer this at our holiday sale. Again, we limit it. So we usually limit this to 5 only, so 5 memberships. Okay, so at the sale, they can add on a family member, and for that family member, they will get a 10% off discount. And that's throughout the length of their membership, okay? It's the only time we offer it. We just do it as a way to sort of get the rest of the family more involved and make a low barrier offer. But again, we only do it at the holiday sale because I don't want to be discounting our MRR. I want to make sure that our billing stays high. All right. And I think that's it for services. Okay, let's go to products. Okay, before we jump into products, if you order from Century, Asian World, any one of those companies, I highly suggest you do not go off their suggested retail prices. All right, a few reasons for that. Number one, most of their suggested retail prices do not factor in shipping and what you're paying in shipping to get them to your school. Okay, so a lot of times when I see people forget to factor in shipping, okay, they put a discount on their products and then they end up actually just selling it for cost because they put a discount on it and had to pay X number of dollars for shipping. So here's how we figure it out, right? Let's say we order 20 items at $10 each. Okay, so we paid $200. And let's say to get those items in, it was another $20 in shipping. Okay, so we have $220 that we've paid for 20 items. We take 220, we divide it by 20, and then we times it by 2. Okay, and that's what we sell it for. And that makes sure that we have enough room in there, okay, regardless of shipping, to still make a good profit on the item. The other thing I like to focus on in terms of products, just overall theory for this, I like finding, instead of just like ordering stuff off Century and Asian World and all of those, I like finding items that are personal branded, that we can get at a low cost and sell for a markup that is fair to our clients, but is high profitability. So for example, we have one product we sell that costs us $2 to make, and we sell it for $10. So we have an 80% profit margin on that product, and that'll be in the list I'm going to go over with you, which there's nothing I can order from Century, Asian World, any of those places that I'm getting an 80% profit margin, or I'm able to sell it and get an 80% profit margin, right? So for us, we always try and sort of think outside of the box on how we can make that happen. A lot of times it's going to be on smaller items, which is fine. The other thing that's really important to do is pay attention to what a lot of your parents are coming into your school with. Are they coming in with Stanley Cups? Are they coming in with Hydro Flasks? What are they coming in and bringing into the school? Because you can often find cheaper versions of those, like generic versions of those, put branding on them and still sell them at a pretty decent markup and get your parents to buy. T-shirts are also very, very high profit for us at these, just getting T-shirts that we make, not ordering pre-done T-shirts from Century, Asian World, all of those stuff. I'm not trying to crap on those companies. I'm just trying to help you guys get the most profit possible. Okay, so one of the things that we do is we do custom ornaments each year. And we use imprint.com, and basically what we're doing is we're getting we get their acrylic ornaments. I believe we pay, don't quote me on this, $2 each for an ornament, and then we sell them for $10. Okay, so again, this is one of those things that we get an 80% profit margin on. Okay, it's free shipping with them as long as you order it ahead of time. So we just ordered ours this week, and they're supposed to arrive October 28th, and our sale is the 14th. So we'll get them 2 weeks before. We don't have to pay any shipping for that. Okay, and we got an 80% markup. Use ChatGPT to create your ornaments for you. Everything that you see on this page was made in ChatGPT. All right, the Santa beard with the white belts. All we did was we created that ChatGPT, we put it in Canva and slapped the Move logo right on the hat. Okay, the gingerbread man, that was also made in ChatGPT. The mug, ChatGPT. Okay, so you can come up with some really easy ornament designs. Then you don't have to pay anything for graphic design. Okay, and now that's again cutting costs for you, so you're having higher profit margins as a result. Shirts. So you want to have some exclusive shirts for your athletes and students that are available only at the holiday sale. Okay, and the reason, and think about it like this, think about like when like new Nike exclusive shoes drop. Okay, they're limited quantity. You have to show up in person a lot of times to the stores to get them because online sells out so fast. Okay, and then once they're gone, they're gone. There's no more of them. Okay, and what it does is every time a new shoe comes out, it creates more of a demand for the next shoe because everyone that missed out last time wants to get the new one. Same thing with our shirts, guys. So the shirts that we sell at our holiday sale, once we're sold out of them, we do not reorder them. Okay, and the next year it's gonna be a new one. So the shirt on the screen this is just a prototype of one that we have at our holiday sale. Part of our classes, the last 10 minutes of every class, we turn off all the lights and we have like these LED lights that are in the room, and it looks like super cool training in there. So we have glow in the dark shirts this year that we ordered for our students to sell at the holiday sale. We have 2 other shirt designs that also will be selling. And for us, we are very big on structure and everyone looking structured and organized on the mat. So what I don't want personally is I don't want 3 different t-shirt designs on the mat during the same class because it looks chaotic. So what we do is we have athletic shirts, which are shirts they're allowed to wear to class. So this would be a version of an athletic shirt. The actual design of this looks almost like a UFC entrance shirt that glows in the dark. You can't even tell it's a glow in the dark shirt until the lights go off. And then we have lifestyle shirts, where lifestyle shirts they're not allowed to wear to class. Those are for them to wear outside of the facility. So with lifestyle shirts, you want to make sure it's a cool, modern design. Typically, the way I do it is I will go into ChatGPT and I will get a mock-up of a shirt design in ChatGPT. Now, the thing with ChatGPT is I can't just take that image and send it to a t-shirt company because it's not going to be high enough quality. The lines aren't going to be clean enough. So then what I do is when I get a shirt that I like from ChatGPT, I send it to someone on Fiverr to vectorize the shirt. So if you just go to fiverr.com and you search vectorize, basically what they do is they take the design you give them and they create clean lines out of everything. So they hand trace everything. So now I have something that I can actually give to a t-shirt company to print on a shirt and have it look clean. And that way, again, I'm not paying anything for a designer. Okay, I pay $10 to have it vectorized on Fiverr. Okay, and then I send it to the designer, and whatever I pay the designer. Also, just remember, whatever I pay the production company. Remember, also, more colors equals more money. Okay, so the more colors you have, and the more sides. So if you have something on the sleeves and the back and the front, it's always going to cost more. We like to pretty much do 2-color shirts max. Okay, so 2-color print, and I try and keep it just the front side for a majority of our shirts. These ones will be front and back, and the reason is we have such a good deal with this manufacturer that we'll get these shirts for like $6 each and be able to sell them for $29. So we have a really good hookup on those. Okay, the other thing to think about shirts is think about your parents. Your parents will wear shirts if you're actually creating shirts for your parents. One of our best-selling shirts we ever had is the one on the right. It just says, "I can't. My kid has karate." Like every parent was buying up that shirt at our holiday sale. Steal that design, use it for yourself. But think about what shirts you can get for your parents where they can proudly wear it and show it off to school. My kids for Christmas bought me a Bluey shirt because they love Bluey, and it says "Rad Dad" on it, and it's got a picture of Bluey's dad on the shirt. The number of times my kids ask me when I'm going to wear that shirt, like, is pretty significant. So if you can get a shirt that the parents want to wear and the kids love, the kids will actually push the parents to wear the shirt. Okay. We do 1 parent shirt every holiday sale. So we have 1 parent focus, and then we usually have 3 for the athletes. The lifestyle shirts also get bought by parents a lot of times. I tend to see more of the dads buy the lifestyle shirts. Our 2 lifestyle shirts this year, one of them says "Unstoppable starts here," and is branded with Move, and then the other one is hold on, Unstoppable starts here. Oh, the other one is why am I blanking on it? I'll think of it. It's another motivation one. Oh, King of Repetition. So it's got a giant crown, and then behind the crown it repeats "of repetition," because one of the things we talk about in our classes is that you want to be the king or the queen of repetition, meaning that you're getting more reps in 5 minutes than every other person in class. So it goes right in line with our brand. So think about some of the sayings that you even use in class. Those are great for shirts. And if you're like, I don't have any sayings I use in class, go to ChatGPT, have it come up with some motivational sayings that you can start using in class, and then slap that on a shirt, and everyone will want it. The King of Repetition shirt was something that we didn't even think of as a shirt design. All of a sudden the kids and the parents were like, "Hey, you should put that on a shirt. You should put that on a shirt." And then we're like, "All right, we'll put it on a shirt." So also listen to feedback from your parents. Okay, tumblers are a pretty easy one. These are all a variety of prices. The one we're getting this year is an LED tumbler. So when you push the bottom of the tumbler, your logo will actually light up on it. And again, we're trying to obviously appeal to more of the kids and the parents on this one. Coffee tumblers are great for parents. In Arizona, iced coffee tumblers are big out here. So we're doing iced coffee tumblers this year as well. But everything's branded. Be careful, pay attention to quantity that you have to order. All right. So I would say if you are a 200 member school, I would never order more than 50 of anything when it comes to like these custom tumblers and stuff, because you want to make sure that you're not stuck with a surplus of these left over after the sale. I know sometimes you can order 200 and you get shave $1 off the price, but that doesn't matter when you only sell 25 of them and you have 175 sitting around for the rest of the year collecting dust, right? So just be careful on quantities. I also encourage you guys to shop around. I know we use imprint.com for ornaments. They're super high price on tumblers and coffee mugs. Discount mugs is a pretty good source, but shop it around to get the best price. Because and then I would also say Alibaba is a great thing for price, but there's no way you're gonna be able to get anything in time for this year's holiday sale, because everything's about 2 to 3 months shipping. So next year, order like in March or April your holiday stuff through Alibaba, you'll get it for a fraction of the cost. Like, good example, cold plunge tubs. Every ad that you see, they're like $1,000. I just ordered one of those same $1,000 tubs off Alibaba for $200. And the only difference is I gotta wait 2 months to get it instead of being able to get it like overnight or within a few days. Everything on Alibaba comes from overseas. It's pretty much like China's Amazon.com. Okay, vinyl stickers are big. We do die cut stickers, which is pretty much you have the shape and then they cut around the sticker, so the sticker is in the shape of whatever the artwork is. For us, kids put stickers on everything out here. So they put it on their laptops, they put it on their skateboards, they put it on their hydro flasks or their tumblers that they use. It's funny, Kelly's youngest is here today in the office, and he came in my office right before the call and was showing me all the stickers on his water bottle and telling me about each one. Vinyl stickers are huge. They're super inexpensive. You can sell them for like $3.99, $4.99, and people will still buy them. For us, we sell them as a pack. So we have like 5 different move stickers that they can buy as a pack. And for those, depending on the size you get, will depend on the cost. So size and quantity will depend on the cost. If you're unsure of what your parents would actually buy, start asking them. Be like, hey, we got some custom branded items, and you can be like vinyl stickers, ornaments, tumblers, any of those things appeal to you, or is there anything I'm missing that you guys would like? And just ask them. Another really cheap one that you guys can do is you use ChatGPT to create coloring pages. You put them in a book, so put them all in a PDF, send them to your local printer. We pay $2 a book. I think it's like a 20-page book, 20-page front and back, 20 pages total. We pay $2 a book, just under $2 a book, and we sell them for $9.99 at our sale. Like, again, another easy 80% profit margin item. Okay, parents will always buy these, and we're going to get to sort of how to market these in a second here. But it's an easy sell with those. So couple good ideas for coloring pages in that book. The one that you see, the design your own belt, design your own gear, and then we have a lot of character focused ones in there. So where it'll say like a character trait at the top, like kindness, and then the image will be like a martial arts kid helping a kid in martial arts uniform helping another kid. And you just do some different scenes like that. You just create a separate chat that you train, and you say, hey, you're gonna be my coloring book designer. We're gonna have you create black and white images for our Move Martial Arts coloring book that we're doing. I'm gonna give you different scenes that I would like. We want highest quality possible. And then you guys will see on the right here, this is right from ChatGPT. It's not super clean, right? So what I'll do is I'll hit up that person on Fiverr that vectorizes stuff. And I'll say, hey, I have like 10 pages I want to send you. Is there any way you can do all 10 pages for $50? And they normally charge like $10 each. They will negotiate if you message them. Okay, because a lot of those people on Fiverr is not just one person. Okay, a lot of them is like it's literally like a room in Pakistan with like 40 people, and all they're doing is these small graphic design tasks. So if you say, hey, I want a higher quantity, but I'm gonna pay you half, a lot of times they say yes, just because it's so cheap for them to do the labor because they have a room full of people to do it. Okay, let's talk about products. Bundles. Bundles are where you're going to be able to make way more money and sell more product at your holiday sale as opposed to selling one-off items. All right, so a couple of the bundles that we do, okay, and then we'll discount these based on our margins for these specific items. So for example, our mitts and kick shields, we make about 65% profit margins on those. So we will usually discount this as a bundle for 20% off, and that way we're still making 45% margins on those. We have a really good manufacturer that we use that allows us to have high margins on those. So I think the mitts, we pay $20 for 2 mitts, and we sell them for $49 all day. So we'll have 2 mitts and a kicking shield, and we'll sell that together as a practice at home bundle. And we'll sell the bundle for 20% off of what the normal price would be for both of those. Again, that discount needs to be based on your margins, not my margins, okay? We do a board breaking bundle that gives them 1 rebreakable board. So we have different colored boards that they can choose from that are different difficulty, 3 wooden boards, and it also comes with a board holder. For us, they have to do board breaking for their black belt test. And then also we do board breaking every week in our upgrade program. So we really push it to those people. If you're getting ready for a black belt test, you should definitely buy a board breaking bundle. So that way you can actually practice on real wooden boards at home before the test, and you can make sure you're confident. If you're in legacy and you just want to get better at board breaking so you're not stuck on the same color every week, what I recommend is let's go ahead and buy one of the board breaking bundles. So that way you have a way to practice at home. Your parents can hold for you and they can do it safely because they have a board holder to go with it. Sparring gear set. The other way I've seen this, and this is the way we used to do it right now, just to sort of put this in a frame of reference. Right now, when they come in and they enroll, we give them their boxing gloves and their hand wraps right away. The only other gear they ever need for the rest of their training for our school is shin guards, headgear, mouth guard. That's it, okay? When we used to be more like traditional Taekwondo, Tang Sudo, they would have 1 weapon and hand gear that they would use in beginner. And then in intermediate, they would need the rest of their sparring gear. And then they would also need a second weapon. They could start learning nunchucks. And then advanced, there was like 2 other weapons we did. So depending on what belt they were going to was different weapons that were needed. So we used to do like the beginner bundle, the intermediate bundle, the advanced bundle. And we'd sell it like that. So that way they're still buying multiple items at once. Okay, where most parents, they wait till the last minute to buy stuff usually. So now your students will actually be more prepared for your seasons of training. But you can also bundle it like that by class groupings as well, if that's helpful. Stocking stuffer set. So ornaments, stickers, t-shirt, coloring book, anything that could fit in a stocking, put it in a bundle. Okay, because if they were already thinking about buying an ornament, and now you have a stocking stuffer bundle, and they get the ornament, sticker, and the t-shirt, and now they get a discount on those things. Now it starts to push them towards, well, why don't I just get in and fill a stocking with that stuff? Okay, now they end up making more purchases as a result. We also, when we have 3 ornaments, we'll do like an ornament package. So they can buy 1 for $10, or they can get 3 for $24 is usually what we do. So they save $6 total if they get all 3 ornaments. And just think about different ways that you can strategically bundle things where it makes sense for the parents, not just you bundling stuff because you want to make more money, and try and theme it out as well. We've also done in the past when we have multiple t-shirts where they can do the shirt bundle, where they pick 3, whichever shirts they want for a discounted rate, and then they'll get all 3 of those shirts as part of a bundle. So think about how you can strategically do that and price it out. Make sure you're still getting plenty of profit margin after you discount those bundles as well. All right, let's continue on. I see stuff in the chat coming. I'll make sure we hit all the questions in the chat before the end. Okay, let's talk about marketing this, and then we'll get into the logistics on how to actually run this successfully at the end. All right, biggest thing, you need to transform your school into a winter wonderland at least 2 weeks prior. But Adam, everyone complains, I don't want to decorate that early. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. Cool, then don't sell anything at your holiday sale. Like Macy's had Christmas stuff up. Macy's already has Christmas stuff up out here. They're like the one Macy's that's still in existence. Okay, retail outlets are already starting to gear up after Halloween. I guarantee you walk into any store the next day, it's going to be Christmas stuff. All right, it's going to happen fast. So for us, we are keeping our fall decorations up in our school until the 31st. And then November 1st, it is a winter wonderland at our school, which for us is exactly 2 weeks before our sale. Christmas tree decorations. We have a decent sized Jewish community by us as well. So we have some Christmas decorations. We have some Hanukkah decorations up. Make sure you're doing it according to your demographics and your community. Then the 2 weeks prior, our staff, they are the models for the new shirts. Every single class they teach, they are wearing at least one of the new shirt designs. It is the easiest way to sell anything is have your staff wear it. Because think about it, every student at your school looks up to your staff. Your instructors, they are superheroes to those kids. When they're wearing something new and cool, that kid wants it. Okay, I don't know if you guys have ever had this, but we'll have like a staff member get a new haircut, and like the next week, like 5 kids come in with the same haircut. And then the mom's like, yeah, he got his haircut because he wanted to look like Coach so-and-so. That's how much influence your staff has on the kids that they're mentoring, right? So in this case, have them wear that, have them wear the Santa hats. We do the Santa hats because it's interesting because kids will be like, why are you wearing a Santa hat? And it's like, oh, because we have our huge holiday event coming up. And then it gives us opportunities to actually create conversations, and it makes your staff start talking about the holiday sale more often, just naturally in conversation, instead of them just doing it in announcement form at the end of each class. Another good example of this, my brother one year, when I was working with him, bought like the sweatbands for your wrist, and he bought like 400 of them, which was like ridiculous. So we're like, how are we going to sell 400 wristbands? So we had all of our instructors wear them for a week, and we must have sold like 60 wristbands that week, and just because the instructors were wearing them. So it just shows like the influence that your instructors can have on your sales. Posters and flyers everywhere. We have like these big, almost like movie theater sized poster frames in our school. So when we want to promote something big like the holiday sale, we have these, I think it's like 36 inches by 24-inch posters that we print. We slap them up there. We want it to be like in your face. Also think about like areas you maybe don't think that people look at, like the back of your bathroom door or the back of your bathroom stall door. If you have bathroom stalls, when they're sitting down, give them something to look at besides their phone. And then make sure you have some sort of handouts that you can give to parents as well, to make sure that they actually have something physical. And we'll get to one of the best versions of this in a second, which is the holiday catalog. How many of your kids got the Amazon catalog last week in the mail? Did anyone get the Amazon toy catalog? I don't know about your kids, but my kids have already started circling everything that they want in that Amazon catalog. Your catalog creates hype, okay? So what we do is we create a full catalog. It has every item we're going to be offering at our holiday sale, okay? And you guys can see that we do mock-ups of everything. It's not just an image. So the t-shirt actually, like all these items you saw in this, the example here, we had none of those things when we made this catalog, okay? You can do mock-ups on Canva. There's also placeit.com is a site that's just for mock-ups, and like the kid you see at the top, that's not, we don't know who that kid is. That kid's from placeit.com. You can just take a design, upload it, and it'll actually put it on a model for you. And that way you can generate images like that. And then one of the things I also suggest in your catalog that's super important is you'll see at the bottom of that image, it'll say the item name, it'll have a price, the price is crossed out, and then there's a sale price next to it. So they can see what the original cost is and what the new cost is, that they'll be able to get at the holiday sale. So that's super important. The other thing is you need to find a way, and we didn't really figure this out till this year. You need to find a way to make kids want to look through this, all right? And one of the things I noticed with Amazon's catalog is they have a wish list section built into the catalog. It's like the first page you turn to. So this year we added a wish list section in our catalog for kids. So that way they can write their wish list on that part and the parents have it. Also, putting activities in the catalog for kids will make kids want to spend more time with that catalog. So we have like a Christmas word search this year that we have it, and we also have a coloring page in there as well that they can color. Okay, where it's just like ChatGPT, Karate Santa, and they're creating the Move Martial Arts Santa. Every single deal and discount and bundle you offer should be in this catalog. You want to give them as many reasons as possible to why they should be there. Couple other things you should have listed in there is in big writing somewhere, free door prize for first 25 people. And don't make it something lame, because otherwise your first 25 people will come. They got like something stupid, and then guess what? Next year, no one's showing up early. So what we have as our first 25 is we have a custom Move tote bag they get. There's a custom water bottle in there. Inside the water bottle, we put a $10 gift card that they can use that day. And we put a pair of hand wraps in there as well. So we're spending $250 in gift cards. Our custom water bottles, we have leftover from our pre-sales when we open. We paid $1 a piece for them. And we sell them for $10. So they have a $10 item, and our hand wraps, which we sell for $19.99, cost us $4 for those. So really, in each bag, I think we spent $15. So $15 per person for 25 people, but we know they're going to spend way more than $15 when they come in. Have some sort of fun door prize for them. Email campaign. Scan this QR code. I'm going to give you our 12 days of previews email campaign. So they're all written for you. Images are in there as well. We've used the same email campaign 2 years in a row without really changing anything. And it still fills up our line before we open every year. We still do probably $40,000 to $50,000 minimum at our holiday sale each year without having to do a bunch of pay in fulls. So, and it's high profit margins on those, right? So grab that. Did everyone get a chance to scan that? Yep. Okay, cool. Okay, another way to get people there, have Santa or Elsa there with a backdrop where you're taking photos. Okay, this is a great way that I found to get people into your school, to get members into your school that weren't even planning on buying anything. They'll come, they'll be like all dressed up sometimes. They'll be with Santa for the photo, and then while they're waiting in line or while they're waiting for their photo, they're looking around, and then they end up starting to grab some stuff. And then our coaches start talking about and be like, hey, does your daughter have her shin guards and headgear that she's going to need in 3 months? You might as well get them today, because you're going to a bigger discount if you get them now than if you wait. Okay, now all of a sudden more purchases start to accrue as a result. What I would also recommend, because we're talking about profitability for this, don't hire a Santa. Buy a Santa suit on Amazon and ask one of your parents to be Santa, or have a friend be Santa. See if you do it that way, just to keep costs down for the sale. Hiring Santas charge a decent amount of money to come to your school. Like we were looking this year just to check, and it was like the cheapest Santa was like $300, and he sort of looked like the Santa from Bad Santa. He wasn't even like a good Santa, right? So $300 for drunk Santa, or we pay $100 max for a Santa suit that we can reuse multiple years in a row. Okay, Christmas snacks and activities. We will have usually 1 or 2 tables out of Christmas cookies, apple cider, all of this different stuff. My wife has made cookies some years for it. Some years we're just lazy. We'll go to Costco and buy Christmas cookies, or go to the grocery store and buy them. Easy free coffee hack. Okay, this is obviously an event that you're not charging people to enter. If you go talk to your local Starbucks and just say, hey, we have this free holiday event that we're doing, and we're just wondering if you guys would be willing to donate some coffee for it, 9 times out of 10, it's a yes. They will donate the coffee, the cups, everything you need for it. I can't remember the last time we had an event at our school and paid for coffee. Starbucks always donates it. They have They have a set amount of budget every month set aside for donating coffee, and I know that because I used to work at Starbucks in a former life. So they actually look for opportunities to give that out. So go talk to them, okay? Because that's a write-off for them anyway. We always have a sort of a craft table set up too for kids. All right. Avoid glitter like the plague. That's my only advice on that. Stay away from glitter. Okay. It is like the herpes of craft products. You want to, like, coloring pages are great. Also, like, we've done like popsicle stick ornaments before, like where you do the you can do it as like a snowflake, right? And you just cross the popsicle sticks. You give the kids markers to decorate. It's not messy. They use glue sticks. And then we just have one of our teenage staff members there that will sit there and just do the gluing for them so it doesn't make a mess. Okay. And then here's the other cool thing is it keeps the kids focused and doing something so they're not nagging their parents and pulling on their shirt and being like, when are we going to be done? When are we going to be done? The last thing you want is the kids distracting the parents from buying something. Okay, so we don't want frustrated parents. Frustrated parents aren't going to buy. So we want to make sure that we have some things to keep the kids active and distracted. Also, you got to think about this. A lot of parents are buying Christmas gifts for their kids. They don't want their kids to see what they're purchasing. Okay, so make sure whatever area you have the kids in, there should be some sort of separation where they can't see what the parents are buying. Okay. Okay. In-house exclusives. We talked about this already, but when you're marketing, you want to make sure that you're highlighting all of the things that they can only get the day of the sale. All right. We want FOMO. We want fear of missing out. All right. There's going to be something exclusive that kid really wants that he makes the parent go to the sale for. That's what we want. If you don't have exclusive items only available for the sale, it's a lot harder to get people there. Because if it's just like 10% discount, well, I'd rather pay 10% and not have to get off the couch and go drive to the school. Like, I'll just get it next time. But if there's exclusive things that they can't get any other time, then it makes it an easier decision for them to get up and actually show up in person to the school. Okay, free gift wrapping is another thing that we advertise. So we just go to Costco. We buy sort of like the set of like 4 Christmas wrapping tubes, get some tape, and then and it's usually a female. We usually have one of our female teenagers do the gift wrapping. Okay, because if the guys gift wrap, it's going to look pretty terrible. So number one, make sure they know how to gift wrap. Okay, and then we have bows and name tags and all of that stuff, so the parents can literally just take whatever they buy, bring it over to the gift wrapping table. We'll wrap it for them, and then they leave. Everything's wrapped and good to go. It's also a good way to get more dads to come to your sale. Right? If they don't have to wrap anything, like it's more appealing for them. Okay, logistics. We've made a lot of mistakes during the course of running holiday sales. So these are some of the most important logistical items that I want to encourage you guys to focus on so you don't make the same mistakes that we've made in the past. So when we start talking about staffing, have multiple checkouts. Most of you guys use like MyStudio, Spark, some sort of digital POS system, which you can run on an iPad nowadays as well. So pretty much every staff member is trained leading up to the sale on how to ring up people, how to apply discounts, how to attach purchases to a member account, all of those things. Then everyone has an iPad at the sale. Okay. And before we could afford iPads for like the school, we just asked our staff if they could bring their own iPad with them if they have one. I brought my personal one from home with me. We just sort of piecemealed together a bunch of iPads to create multiple checkouts. Do what you have to that way. But that way, any staff member can ring someone up, and you don't have just a giant line of people waiting and getting impatient to buy stuff, right? They can now see any staff member, that staff member can check them out. If you are worried, like, well, what if people just leave and our staff assumes someone else is checking them out? Then you have them show a receipt when they exit. Like do the whole the Costco process, right? Okay, you also want to have a staff member on gear size up. All right. With t-shirts and stuff, most parents know t-shirt size. Sparring gear, they don't know sparring gear size. All right. So we usually have one staff member that will have a bunch of try-on gear at a station. And typically what we do is we do this to make sure that the kids, if it's supposed to be a surprise, to make sure that they don't know it's being bought for them. we just have a staff member go get the kid out of like the kids area. And then we say, hey, Johnny, can you help me out real quick? There's a mom that wants to buy sparring gear for her son for Christmas. And I think her son's about the same size as you. Can I have you try on this gear so we can figure out what sizes to order him? And then we bring Johnny over, we size him up. Even though the gear's for Johnny, he has no idea. We get all the sizes, and now we can accurately order the right gear for that parent. Gift wrapping station, we talked about, have a staff member there. And then you want like a child care section. Okay, you like I said earlier, you want things that are going to make sure that you are keeping everyone occupied while the parents can peacefully shop. Okay, things that we've done depending on how much space you have. Okay, this year our trading floor is pretty much going to be the child care area because we have it partitioned off from our lobby area, and our lobby is open and big enough we can fit all of our sale items there. So we're doing indoor snowball fights. You can buy indoor snowballs on Amazon. They're almost like little like soft plush like snowballs. We have one section with a TV playing holiday movies. So for the kids that don't want to do anything active, they can just sit down and watch whatever holiday movie is playing. We usually have like Elf playing or some kid-friendly movie. Coloring and crafts. So we'll have the craft table set up. So for the kids that want to do that, instead of watching a movie or a holiday fights, they have that option. Okay, not really should be in the childcare section, but other staffing you need are runners. So we usually have 1 to 2 people that are teenage staff members, part-timers, that all they do is they go and grab items for customers. So if a customer orders sparring gear, they will go grab all the correct sizes of the sparring gear after the kid is sized up. They will bring it to whoever's checking that person out. So that way they can actually leave with those things in hand. Their other job is to be on snack refill. So as cookies start to be eaten, their job is to refill those snacks. The other thing I want to encourage everyone to do for your staff is make sure there's a holiday uniform for your staff. It can be as simple as this. Everyone's wearing the same t-shirt that you're selling with a Santa hat. And then also tell them what pants to wear. So for us, we tell our team that they have to wear dark jeans or black pants is what they have to wear. And then everyone wears whatever holiday shirt we agree that everyone's going to wear. It's one that we're selling at the sale. Again, you want your team to be the models. And then we have them wear a Santa hat or an elf hat so they can choose from those. Also, a cool thing you can do like for Move, we found on Amazon they have purple Santa hats. And purple is one of our colors, so everyone wears purple Santa hats. So it also fits in line with the branding of our building as well. Okay, next, turn your school into a holiday store. All right, rule number 1 that's not on here, don't display anything in a plastic bag. It looks so tacky and it actually devalues the item that you're trying to sell. In the consumer's brain, the perceived value of that item goes down when it's in a plastic bag, and especially a lot of stuff you guys get from like some of the martial arts suppliers, it's like a cloudy plastic bag. We don't want that, okay? The other thing is we want people to be able to grab and feel things. Don't put things in glass cases, okay? We're not selling Fabergé eggs. We're not selling diamonds. We want them to be able to actually like grab things and feel the quality of things because it makes them more inclined to actually purchase. So the other thing I would highly encourage everyone to do is don't look at other martial arts schools as examples for how to set up your holiday store. Look at retail. Retail companies invest so much money into how they lay out items, how they decorate, all of those things. My wife was the visual, I'm probably going to say the title wrong, the visual manager for Kate Spade when she worked for Kate Spade. So her only job was to lay out exactly how all the items were presented in the store. So a lot of these places have someone on a 6-figure salary whose sole job is to display the items in a way that sells the most amount of items and is the most visually appealing. We don't have that in the martial arts industry, so don't look at the martial arts industry as the example. Look at the retail industry as the example, okay? So a couple of things that we do that we've gotten from the retail industry is most of our bundles we display in gift boxes. Okay, so we don't get like cardboard boxes. You can get they have like plastic Christmas prop, almost like gift boxes that you can get. And we put all the items in there. We put like the tissue paper underneath, so it almost looks like it's like ready to be a gift. So all of our bundles we display like that. Okay, so that way it's presentable. It's with the Christmas theme. It looks more appealing to buy. Parents can then visualize how it's going to look before they give it to their child. Right, that's what we want. Stocking stuffers, we display them in stockings. Okay, so I know for a while we had a staff member that actually would build a cardboard fireplace. It looked awesome. They built a cardboard fireplace that we would actually put up in the school, and then we'd hang stockings from it with all of the stocking stuffers sticking out of it. Okay, for those of you that are like, I don't want to do that much work, I don't either. So we don't have that staff member anymore, so we're not doing that anymore. But you can, like, from your front desk, hang stockings and have the stocking stuffers displayed in the stockings. Okay, make it look good. Even stockings on a table looks better than just like loose items all over the place. A lot of things too, we'll order like holiday baskets, like red or green baskets. We'll use those to display items in. Our ornaments that we sell. So for Move, our color is purple. We get a purple Christmas tree, and every single ornament that we have for sale is all over that tree. So now parents can just grab the ornament off the tree to buy. Again, it's put in on the tree, gives them the visual of how it's going to look in their own house when it's on the tree. Okay, when they can actually visualize those things better, they're going to be more likely to buy it. Holiday tablecloths. No plastic tables should be showing. We use those Lifetime plastic tables, but we don't want anyone to know that we use them. So we use holiday tablecloths, and then we have different decorations on the table. Sometimes there'll be Christmas lights on the table. Sometimes there'll be garland. But we want to make sure that everything sort of falls in line with the same Christmas theme. And then these are all stuff, like all of these display boxes and stuff, we reuse every single year. So it's something that's going to get used time and time again, as long as you take care of it when you store it. Okay, gift wrap station. Again, we talked about that. Okay, in your point of sale. So point of sale, that's your Spark, your My Studio, whatever. To make it easy for your staff to find holiday exclusive items, we always name it holiday dash stocking stuffer bundle, holiday dash King of Repetition tee. So now they can just type in holiday and all the holiday exclusive items show up in your CRM or in your point of sale. Okay, it makes it easier to find things for them. The other thing that's super important, which I hope everyone's doing already, but anything that has a size orientation to it should be set up in your point of sale with a size orientation to it. Okay, way easier to track inventory. We also, before our sale, will do a really, really deep inventory of all of our items again before we do the sale. And then we'll update all of it into Spark. So that way we have accurate numbers, like perfectly accurate numbers before the sale starts. And that way, if we know if we're going to run out of something, that we need to order more ahead of time. And also, we also know when we run out of something, so we know to stop selling it. And we have those accurate numbers in hand. Okay, Christmas music is a must. We have Christmas music playing in the kids section. We have Christmas music playing in the lobby area where the parents are shopping. You want it warm and inviting. We like also doing hot apple cider. Not just, I don't even care if people drink it. The smell of hot apple cider, like fresh hot apple cider, when people walk in, just warms them up and makes them feel better. There was a study done that took iced coffee and hot coffee, and they were essentially studying people in conversational settings. And what they found is the people with a hot cup of coffee were more agreeable in conversations than when they held an iced coffee. And one of the things to think about is having like hot apple cider or hot coffee available. People walking around with it in their hands, it sort of puts down their defenses. It makes them feel more comfortable. It makes them feel more at home, right? Which also means that they're probably more likely to actually stay around longer and look at things, all right? Whatever we can do to get them to stay there longer, the better, okay? Because that means they're more likely to actually purchase something. Okay, and then signage, advertising, holiday deals. So for us, all the services that we're offering, so like the private class bundle and all of those things, we have signage all over the lobby that is going to show, hey, buy 3, get 1 free. And it has all of that over there because we want constant visual reminders while they're there, all the different deals besides just the holiday catalog. We sort of want to up and in their face. The other thing that's super important, price tags on everything. So here's what we do for our price tags. It's pretty simple and cost effective. I'm sure everyone's heard of Vistaprint. Vistaprint always has coupon codes for like 500 business cards for $10 and like crazy deals like that. So we use one of those coupon codes, like the 500 business cards for $10, and we take the business card dimensions, we put it in Canva, and we make a price tag. And we print 500 price tags for $10 using that coupon code. And then you just go on Amazon, you buy a price tag gun, which probably again is $10. And then you just put that on all of your apparel. Okay, so everything has a price on it. The reason this is so important is it's going to help you to move more product. Think about this, when you go to a store and there's something you like, and you're sort of on the fence about buying it or not, if you go up and grab it and you start looking for the price and there's no price tag, what happens? We just put it right back instead of going to ask someone how much it is. Same thing's going to be true for people shopping at your holiday sale. If it's not priced, there might be something that's sort of on the fence with, and they go up and they look at it and there's no price on it. A lot of people are introverts. They're not going to come find you and ask you. They're just going to put it right back and start looking at other things. So everything has to be priced. On the bundles, we'll have price tags in front of the bundle. And here's what I recommend on all the price tags for your holiday sale. Normal price, holiday price. So they can see the difference in how much they're actually saving by making that purchase today. Okay, it makes a big difference. All right, let's jump into the chat with all the questions. While I get to this, was this helpful for everyone? Did everyone get at least one thing they can take and use from this? Okay.
Absolutely, sir. It was awesome.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's go through this. Are those 2 free months at any time or first 2 months? So just to confirm, for the tuition prepay, they buy 12 months, and then we add 2 months on to the end of it. Good. Someone is unmuted. All right. Answered that. What brand of t-shirts? Stay away from Gildan. Like, run far away from Gildan shirts. Those are like construction paper. For us, we usually do a tri-blend shirt for any of our lifestyle shirts. Like right now I'm wearing a tri-blend shirt. It's like super soft. It's like one of the most comfortable shirts possible. And it's really lightweight. So if you're in a warmer climate, it's nice for those climates. For our shirts that they wear in class, we do more of a sport material. I have no idea what type of shirt those are because they come with our branding and everything on it, and our manufacturer does those. It's like a rash guard that's not so tight, essentially. It was more t-shirt formed and not as stretchy, but it's athletic material, and that's like our glow shirt that I showed you guys. That's the athletic material because they can wear that in class. I'm happy to share who we use for all of our merchandise. I don't know how many of you guys are gonna be able to use them because they have 100 quantity minimums on orders, but it's called EAC Limited. They're out of Denver, and they have a factory in Denver, and they also have ownership in a factory in China and a factory in Pakistan. So we get like China and Pakistan prices without having to deal with anyone from China or Pakistan because they sort of act as the middle person for that. Also, just a heads up, if you do use them, just remember that there is lead time if you're creating a product from scratch with them. Okay, so there's a process that has to go through. Otherwise, I know there's people on this call I know that deal directly with people in Pakistan or China. And I'm sure many of you guys get 3 Facebook messages a week saying, "Hey, we want to produce your uniforms and T-shirts." So you might have someone already. So for the books, the coloring books, we actually right next door to our Relentless office is a place called Alpha Graphics. It's just like a local printer. They do our coloring books. I think they're like $1.80 a piece is what we pay for the coloring books at the end of the day because it's cheaper since all the pages are black and white. And then we just have a color cover and color back cover for those. Karen had a great suggestion, which I forgot about, and I'm probably going to order these today now, Karen. Thank you. She does custom charms for Crocs. So you know, like the little charms that people plug in their Crocs. So you guys can probably order those Alibaba. Is that where you're going to? Oh yeah. Now I'm reading. Alibaba, you can order those. That's pretty cool. Board holder, Karen, I'll look that up for you. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's not one of the main manufacturers, though. I think it's like one of the smaller manufacturers. Someone asked, students wear uniform tops and shirts under are not allowed. How do you sell more shirts? So it'll be a little bit harder, but you can sell them as lifestyle shirts that they can wear outside the school, but they need to look like lifestyle shirts. Don't just throw your logo on a shirt because no one wants to wear that. Like make it look at like trending t-shirts or t-shirt brands that your kids are wearing. And then oh, here's a really good one. This one will sell like crazy if you have kid focus. We did this 3 years ago. It was our #1 selling shirt. So I went on Fiverr and I paid someone to create a at the time we were MX Martial Arts. So I paid someone to create a MX Martial Arts Minecraft illustration. So they created a Minecraft guy wearing an MX Martial Arts uniform and then put in the Minecraft font MX Martial Arts below it. We put that on a t-shirt. Every single kid went nuts for that shirt. Like we sold out of them at our sale. So you can take like Minecraft is huge. You can do the same thing with Fortnite. Okay, you can take someone on Fiverr, be like, hey, we want to create a Fortnite character wearing our martial arts uniform and our branding, and then underneath we want the name of our martial arts school in Fortnite font. Like that's such an easy sell for kids. Okay, theme it with something that's popular. I know that where I train and do my training at MMA Lab, they have a hat that says MMA Lab, but it's in like the Marvel font. So they have like the red box and the white lettering and the Marvel font. And I see a ton of people walking around with that hat when they leave there. Yes, the lice of art glitter. Duct tape and newspaper for wrapping. Okay, good question. So Anna asked, do you close all the classes for the day of the event? If it's on a Saturday, yes, we close and that becomes the sole focus of that Saturday. Sundays have also worked well for the past. I just hate having my staff have to work on Sunday. So you assign a helper with the Santa hats. And okay. So every station where the students buy Karen say she has a helper there with a Santa hat. So like personal shoppers. Love that. Chris, probably Monday the recording of this will get sent out. Yeah, Next Level Apparel, I think, is what we use for Tri-Blend. Thanks, Chris or Mike, whichever one. QR code. Let me put the QR code back up for anyone that needs to grab the emails. Let me just get to the right slide. Okay, let me share again. So if anyone needs to grab this QR code for the email advertising. Okay, last thing, I'm gonna do a little shameless self-promotion. We have the Relentless Summit coming up next week already. Holy cow. But if anyone wants to get last-minute tickets, we still have tickets available at relentlesssummit.com. Recordings will be available after the summit as well. All right. Any other questions before we sign off?
I had a question.
Yes.
So we typically do our holiday sale in conjunction with our small town Christmas parade that goes right in front of the studio, which is always the first Saturday of December. So I'm kind of thinking that I want to do something for Black Friday online, but I don't want to undercut the sale that's going to be a week later. Got any suggestions?
I don't like that idea of doing the sale after Black Friday. If you're going to do a Black Friday,
I know. You said not to do that. It's just been tradition. Everybody expects it. They go to the Christmas parade and then en masse they walk over to the karate school.
I wouldn't do Black Friday then. Or if you do Black Friday, do it for something that you're not going to have available at the holiday sale.
Right. Okay. Something completely different.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way they don't overlap each other.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Good question. Russ asked how to prompt ChatGPT for which creation? I'll ask Russ. Coloring book, cool. All right. First, what I'll say is any prompts for ChatGPT, if you have a brand guideline, which if you don't know what that is, I'll show you ours real quick. Let me just pull it up. Brand guideline is like the quickest way to train ChatGPT. And basically all it is a document that shows all of your colors. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay, so it has our colors, has all of our logo variations on it, has what not to do with the logo, and then it has our coloring, this is actually the wrong version. This was like the first version. The actual version of this has, let me see if I can find it. Sorry, we had different iterations. Here's the full one. This also has like your brand voice in it. Give me a second. You can do it without this. This just makes it an easier process. Boom. Okay. All right. So this is the complete one. So it has our fonts, has our colors. It has any other marketing stuff. So like our little emblems that we use, our patterns. And then it has our tagline, catchphrases, meaning behind the name, mission statements, core values, our secret sauce. So what makes us different, who our target audience is, our hashtags. So basically what we do is anytime we're training a new channel for anything to do with Move, we upload that brand guideline as a starting point. So if you don't have a brand guideline, basically what you'd be telling it is who your target audience is, what your brand is, your brand tagline, your core values, your colors, your logo. You sort of throw all of it so it gets to learn your brand in there. And then you say, then you assign it what its responsibility is, its core responsibility. I like having a separate ChatGPT chat for every single thing I want to build. So we have one just for email copywriting. Okay, we don't ask that for anything else besides email copywriting, because as soon as you start to take it away from its core responsibility, it becomes worse at its core responsibility. So then we have one just for designing the characters that we use in our advertising. We have one that just does flyer design. We have one that just does t-shirt design, just to keep it more accurate. But for the coloring book, we'd upload that brand guideline, tell it everything about our brand. And then we'd say, your primary goal and focus is to be a graphic designer for the Move coloring book. This coloring book is going to be something that we sell at our holiday sale. We want it to be interactive for kids. We want really clean black and white images used for the kids to color. And we want printable pages. So, because if you don't tell it you want printable pages, it's going to give you mock-ups of a coloring book, which isn't going to really help you that much. All right. And then we'll just say, like, the next prompt will be something like, hey, for your first page, please create a blank martial arts belt that we can use to have the kids design their own martial arts belt. And then we might be like, all right, for the next one, for the next coloring sheet, we want a picture of a martial arts instructor in a uniform with a black belt that is helping a child to kick better. And then from there, we'll sort of edit or give prompts to get it exactly what we want or as close to what we want as possible. But that brand guideline helps to fast track training any ChatGPT channel. Yes, we also set up the branding in Canva as well, Eric. So in Canva, you can build out a brand where you upload your fonts, you can have your colors there, all your logo variations. Not only do we have that for our brand, but for our agency Canva account, every single agency client we have their brand built out in Canva. So when we make their ads, we can easily grab their logo, make sure the colors are an exact match to what they want as well. See, James said we send out a checkout page by email with text reminders so you can order from anywhere. We are so that's only available at the studio. Awesome. I sort of like doing those separately. If that's been working for you though, keep doing that, which is great. But what we do is we'll have an online sale later, like Cyber Monday. We'll do an online sale, and that way it's pushing them to come in and they get the deals first, and then we start telling them hey, if we have shirts available still, which we probably won't, of the exclusive shirts, you might be able to grab one if you're the first person on for the cyber sale, but that's it. Okay, cool, guys. So I know we ran over, but thanks for sticking with me through this. If you guys think of any other questions, please let me know. If you're an agency client, shoot me a message on Slack. If you're not, just hit me up on Facebook, and I'm happy to help. And I hope you guys have a killer holiday sale. Thanks, everyone.